Icebox delivers much in the same way that the
it doesn't work because they're on defense. But imagine they go into attack and it's like knife hits yellow.
Very close.
I would love a minimap. Knife hits yellow, and then you got a util dump, right? So knife hits yellow here, then you got to start dumping stuff. So doing what PRX did in that other game, they played yellow once, and then knife hits, and then it's like flash into gecko, flash into everything. So basically, like getting hit by this knife just means that they use so much util. So shutting down yellow early means that you can get hit by the knife here, run back over towards site, and they just dump all the util, then they got nothing for you to actually like be able to fight when you're stopping them to plant. You basically just get a lot of util out of them early for one round to condition them to use everything.
Shot to go ahead, finish him off. Heal out from GenG, but
PRX have done the best I've seen.
It's like nothing ever happened.
It seems to be how they play against the gecko.
And just a wide spread out, but
they could just reuse the same game plan they used in the other game.
Without the extra utils, without all the other weapons to try to take control of mid, even that turret giving PRX the information that no one else has pushed out.
But I think it might have been against the combo that didn't have the jet. I'm not sure.
Gen.G, so the safe play is to play 2 and 2.
Dude, look at them, just death all them
by staying grouped up.
Quick peek out the window, nothing spotted. Pulled back over towards the site here from Charon, but full kitchen control established here for PRX. They go creeping their way forward. Meteor noting at least one over by Green. There's a swing at the buy. Crispy with it. Finds the shot. Meteor will be able to stabilize that aim. Finds a headshot. Needs to tuck back behind the box. The shots start coming his way. And he actually jumped. Playing a very risky game as he will be able to get a leg there onto GenG. Kill not bound. Now it's just Munchkin and Lakia. Munchkin will spot the fight.
A great flash to enable this. I think. Alright, Munchkin tucked around.
The rest of the team now getting ready to swoop in. Something will
Alright,
play
nice
in the last
pistol.
one.
I think
another pistol round, second in the series.
I think we're at 3-2. There's 1-1 first map.
Yeah, this was PRX coming in
2-0 second map.
Prepared, going in for that absolute death ball in mid, taking over some of those kills, and then of course the
lounging.
Well,
is he?
Sure they play by the numbers.
Dude, people are bringing that back.
Sheriff looking like going to be carried over into this next one here.
JDM.
Otherwise, not too much firepower. But, I mean, yeah, these one taps, that one in particular, I should say. Really setting the stage for how this Icebox could unfold. Still plenty to contend with, though. As Quack was
turret behind and they just...
No trick necessary here, though. Something just runs him down. Finds a headshot. He's trying to go for that mid-air. I mean, why the hell not, I suppose. There's a decent amount of damage there on the GenG, but he will survive. He will heal himself, and he will get that plant. Pass over to Devi. Yeah, say let's go ahead and fast track that lockdown.
To throw him the spike, you just throw him everything.
Yeah, there you go. That's true. I mean, a lot of times we also see GenG just pushing forward with everybody anyway.
Dude, that shot was so
quite
sick.
Unnecessary. The round ending
so,
by the time you think
fast.
about using it here for PRX. And Gen.G, they would love to die to the spike. Not sure PRX would give them that leisure. Lakia getting spotted.
Push in. Headshot is found. Texture able to take down one. Does a bit of damage, avoids the flawless here. Something crept forward, hearing that drop. He knows where he's at. Make the call. The rotation, second headshot, snappy from Texture. A little bit more damage, but widely weapons going to be carried over.
I can't get over how stacked the server is. It feels disgusting.
Yeah, very big round for PRX. I mean, this is some of the cleanest starts we've had this match. Now in map 3 of this best of 5. So like you said, carry over the weapons. Some good ult stacking onto something, but that shot, like you said, no tricks. And then the scout with the updraft as well. Yeah, he even tries to go for a cheeky mid-air shot. But at the end of the day, he scouts both sides of yellow.
I told you, I go knife.
Wanted that. Well, now the outlaw as well.
Outlaw goes out, you can get
Gen.G, we're able to get a
one
read on
person
this.
with a one
Back
shot.
over
What are
on
we doing
Lotus,
for Gen.G?
we have a
Knife goes
similar
in
read.
claws.
As for now, it's going to be postured up.
Heavy
staring
stack over towards
B.
A. Gen.G want to shut down A early. We got info.
As well. They had a bit of a costly round on Lotus, dying with the half armors against the outlaw. So now just sticking with the Guardians. And we know what Gen.G can do with the Guardians.
I'm freak at the moment. No, I was gonna say no util, no wall, no nothing committed yet. This wall is gonna keep 4 people here strong.
Over towards B, so they will go ahead and just leave Mind Freak on a lurk.
That's nice as well. Knife goes in, hits one, so that kind of sells the fake a little bit.
Has heard it as Texture up over the top. Thank you for the picture-in-picture.
Flash goes in, re-clear. They see only one. Rotate coming in. Small window for PaperX to plant.
Likely going to be by themselves now. The rest of the team shifts over as the plant starts coming through. Interrupted though. GenG backs off it for a moment as Meteor. It's a headshot right as something was trying to dash out. Plant coming through, swing around the back. Meteor not ready for Forsaken to be in a similar position, but as he swings out, Karen will take him down.
Divide 1v4 into a 1v3.
Lonesome in a 1v3.
All right, I'm Molly.
Even reads the flank coming in from Texture.
Damage is good though. Like even if he gets one extra kill, he did great.
You don't want to go in for these 1v1s.
Oh, that's on his head.
Using that util, keep him trapped up by yellow.
Flash locked in, spots a couple. Dizzy goes out. Can't back up too far. Look at how he's lounging in his chair at the moment. He's able to find that first one.
Bro,
maybe he was gonna be able to get
so lounged. You lot said he was lounging. I didn't realize he was like legit JDM. That's insane, dude. He's so lounging.
Yeah, that should be lockdown.
It might even be lower
so
down than JDM ever was.
With any information that they get, they see the toxic screen fake coming up. They say we're gonna wait to absolutely clear this. Meteor, you're just looking to
yeah,
buy
Shao
time.
that's doing it in.
They make absolutely sure
but
that
Shao's doing, like if we go in, actual like percentages.
Yep,
like Shao's like this.
So
I would say Devi's like this right now, man. Devi's out here chilling, bro. That's crazy.
See if Gen.G maybe
the
goes
Sun
for a push
Lounger
out
or
to try to
something.
counter it.
Storm their way forward here towards A.
Might just be a full send with the lockdown. They've already taken over pipes as well.
Up over the top, Texture force off that rope very swiftly. It's a minor amount of damage, but kill not going to be found. Lockdown available, but Devi, the one watching behind for the moment.
Same flashes before. Gen.G just in for just shutting down A so early. And it has not worked on this one. PaperX is just a little bit too close. I didn't realize they were this close. And this is interesting because PaperX know now that there's 4 people here, and round before, Mindfreak knew that, well, honestly, I wonder if that was from Mindfreak getting wrecked round before, that they wanted to try and punish them doing the same thing.
You're one away from the null command. So Forsaken will just
might have been some info from Mindfreak.
See if there's a late creep in.
So that's at least twice in a row they tried to do a flash peek now. So
I swear Devi doesn't normally play like this.
Dude, he's never lounging like this. It's the first time I've seen him do it.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but whatever they discussed during the break, it's working out for him so far. But I love the aggressive timing on the pop flash here from PaperX on that entry. So they set up, they all get pinned by the 0 point, and they just wait. They cut audio, they look for the flank, Device still bouncing back and forth. No one's pushing out of B, no one's pushing out of mid from Gen.G, no one's pushing out of A. So then they deduce
you feel like it's getting lower. Just every round is just cranking his chair back and back.
They have to do something about this. So if there's not a creep out already from B or mid, it has to be a re-creep out over on A. They try to counter it with their own pop flash. They happen to be half a second earlier than Munchkin, and that opens up the site for him.
Yep. Just the corner jump into the kill. Something that
it's working.
Happening here for
He's
Gen.G.
5 and 3. He's got his ult.
Ping's coming down. They're suspecting more aggression over here at A.
4 pass on A again.
That 0 point. Brings a lot of presence. GenG will stabilize the aim. Looks for a little bit more. Texture eventually takes his head up. Forsaken finds Munchkin. Karen with a trade back.
Down A.
Keeps the numbers even for now, but HB not looking their way as Devi up over the top, finding one something. Taking out Karen through that wall. Meteor noted on the jump. Something able to collect.
I mean, they didn't have the guns, but honestly, some of the spacing was a little bit off to allow the trades. But
storming their way into a
shots
now
were hit.
3-round lead here on Icebox.
Gen.G has to find a different answer about trying to hold on to vision and information.
Yeah, Gen.G losing 2 rounds in a row for A.
With a singular snake bite, right? Because there's no way to try to climb onto that slowly. So PaperX loses nothing by just launching the snake bite immediately off the rip. They're not a post-plant lineup team. They'll use that one molly to take control, deny that from Texture. That means Gen.G now has to play further back. And PaperX can just creep up towards that orb every single round. And now PaperX ready for a potential counter push out from the B side, and they're denying that.
0 point.
Yes.
Cleared. There's the Dizzy. Something gonna get blinded up. Texture pushing forward. It's able to get that punish. Takes down the enemy jet. And here, stuck back over at A, watching to see if
bro, I can't, man. Get the camera off him.
Presence given. They're not spotting anything over at green. Gen.G maybe being a little bit too hesitant to make the call to rotate.
Yeah, all Gen.G are doing is just 4-1ing the whole time.
Scouting things out, but that's going to have to be quick canceled, brought back over and recovered here for Gen.G. This is going to slow them up significantly. Meteor going to see if he can try to find anything. It's a spot there.
Did he seize that?
Picks a lot of place there onto Mindfreak.
Did he seize that?
Amount of damage found, but cannot get that kill. So still, man, advantage here for the side of Gen.G, but they're going to have to go for this retake. Right now, they're very much straying away and making all the noise in the world.
I mean, they heard all of them.
Stomping their way up mid.
Yeah, curious to see if PRX
just
might
divide,
try to send someone to follow up. It looks like maybe
send
not.
It?
They'll just check to make sure it's
double molly.
score,
You could definitely send it.
Bit of a miss, but it might not matter too much. Never mind. Meteor.
Yeah, he's going for it.
Out by Forsaken.
Everyone just needs to delay a little bit.
No
so I can win the round.
Oh,
the next couple seconds for Gen.G. Jing watching the wrap around here on the elbow. Rope taken, texture dropping off it as the wall breaks. He gets taken down, but time still ticking.
But
tries
Divine?
to find that shot, but Divine now swooping in from the side. Cannot clear it out. Lakia as that wingman sat in on the spike.
Lakia. Holy man.
Remaining.
Lakia, that was impressive, bro.
They'll get themselves a second round win.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that they decide, okay, even if we make all this noise,
all
it's
he
not
had
like
to do is kill
Wingman to follow
0.2.
us, so we just try to go for this. And I like this. Gen.G, one of the things that they used to do is over-rotate. It used to work out for them, but the problem with a tendency like that is it can be abused a lot. So now they're saying, we just re-clear, put pressure on the flank, force them to use their ultimates for the execute. Lakia saying, don't worry, never worried for a second there, all calculated. But now they're able to say, okay, lockdown use, we still have another Thrash, we still have our utility. And this is a bit of a variation from this composition that Gen.G's been working with since the beginning of the year, saving that util a little bit later rather than dumping it immediately.
I saw the Thrash used in that last round. Lakia collecting those kills. Now the Orb just 2 away from having the next one, but a little bit quiet at the start of the round. Now no ambiguity about it. PRX stomped their way in this A site. They're out on the alarm bot. Meteor trying to hold the corner. The push coming through. Claims the first one. Gets the dig. Gets the cleanup. Mindfreak will fall. Divine able to close out one. Texture up over the top of the knives in hand.
Jesus,
kill.
man.
Jing
It's
answering
so
back over alongside something.
manic.
One hit, 6 HP, dead. Now leaves Karen on his lonesome. Finds the first, but Jing.
Yeah, I really wanted to try and get the res before it
gets revenge
was able to shoot.
With the res, they'll carry forward 2
Dude,
more
Meteor
weapons.
did good on this one. So again, PRX have been doing something similar to what they did on Lotus, where they changed up their first like 4 rounds to how they normally play, but now they're just going back to wall send it. They did a couple of, I mean, I think maybe they had 2 best of 3s, I can't remember. They at least had the last 2 maps that I remember, or maybe at least the last map where it was, yeah, I think this is a good timeout.
So that's going to be the timeout. I mean, Gen.G,
it's literally wall is where they're going. And they had a couple of games where it was wall is where they're going, and we saw in the first big buy run they did wall fake over towards B, so that kind of messed up a lot of their game plan, or a lot of their ante. And then now, they're going back to wall and they're actually hitting the sites, so I wonder if Gen.G don't have to worry about that random round that PRX threw in there to like throw off their ante. Then now they're just saying wherever the wall is where they're going. We can heavier stack. They're also playing a little bit gambly. They've been trying to 4-person punish everywhere.
One of the things that Dusk was talking about was how that defending side often comes to fruition for the side of PRX.
Tells Divide to stop lounging. Nah,
we haven't seen too many
times. To get lower, if anything.
But this here is a very star-studded start for them on the attack. Very much setting the stage. I mean, Mindfreak hasn't even needed to get involved yet.
Yeah, I mean, those 2 assists might just be from the early snakebite that pushes Texture down and then someone picks up the kill there. Really hasn't needed to do much.
Okay, let's see.
But that's the other thing about intangible impact, right? That one
Gen.G haven't changed too much.
Defense on the A site a lot.
Okay,
and now the early
that's a lie. They changed a lot now. Originally they were waiting heavy for a punish, but now they are heavier rotating where the wall is. So I really strongly think that timeout was because of the wall. And I think the PRX round that they threw in, when they did the wall and it was Mindfreak here, and then they went B, I think that really messed with Gen.G and they're calling, but now they're going back to their original.
Lakia has no idea.
Lakia has no idea.
Wow. Wait, he's dead though, right?
The punish can come through. Mindfreak thinking about the timing, but he
no way. What the flash? Wait, how did that?
Getting away, and he doesn't even realize it. Full flash in here to something. Dizzy as well, going to be connecting. 0 point does fly.
How did the Terra not see him? It looked like it was flash.
Meteor already taken down. Again, a strong start. Something that swings on the corner, takes out Texture. Trade back, but man advantage very much established now. Is Munchkin swinging out of backside? Just not ready for Forsaken to be there. Seemingly not realizing where his teammate had died from. He'll just get mowed down. Charon, nothing realistically more to do here. Maybe a kill to be found with that Sheriff in hand, but Widely is just going to want to die to that spike.
Yeah, I mean, the last thing he would want is give a kill over to Forsaken, or even killing him, basically allowing that ultimate to come online.
Finds the first, can't quite find that second.
Nice. Bro, are they flashing the turret to take a timing window?
To avoid that headshot.
Is that actually what we're doing?
Takes him down, 3 members still surviving. Timeout, not delivering a round victory here
That's
for
insane.
the side of Gen.G.
I mean, round wins few and far in between for the Korean team in this grand final.
Powerless.
Really impressive just how evenly spread the skill level
Is
is
it
here
not
for
Munchkin's
PRX.
flash? I mean, I think it has to be.
Picking up the frags. It looks like everyone's playing a bit more relaxed. Forsaken leaning back too.
I'm not sure. I thought Forsaken was like here or something when I looked at the mini map.
This has been very much a one-sided affair.
I could be wrong.
Talking about anti-stratting on your opponent's map picks. Seems like a lot of effort went into Lotus, maybe not as much here on Icebox. Still time to try to turn it around, but that needs to start very soon here for Gen.G. Shoulder spot, and Meteor taking down. Jing spraying away, finds the second. No, it's Forsaken who takes it out.
Yeah, but you see how PRX are literally just going where their wall is now?
Perfectly resible. It's brought right back into the fold here. The null command.
I mean, they didn't have the guns with it, but I feel like Gen.G can start getting some rounds to this now.
One, but has to go for the reload and is going to be punished. Texture now arriving from behind, gets the first, gets the second. Oh my goodness! Now brings it to a 1v1. Dash available.
Whoa.
Dashes forward. Not sure if that was accidental or not, but either way, has the second one ready to go. Gets the weapon, cuts over into the the
Jing's probably like, damn, bro. Jing's probably like, how many dashes does this guy have? That is an insane 1v3, dude. That is legit.
Somehow, some way, you push them back
5
economically,
HP.
you give them some sheriffs, and my God,
Yeah, that might get him back into this.
They will just roll a nat 20 and absolutely dominate Texture. What in the hell just happened?
Man, I mean, the 2 first shots.
Look at the shots in this round, bro. I
as
can't.
well, and let's say it like it is, though.
Oh
this
my
all
God,
happens
everyone's
because the spike
one-tapping.
just wasn't planted from PRX. They're too busy hunting, thinking that this was an absolutely washed round. And boy, did that bite him. You can
Ball goes over towards A.
never relax too early against these aimers. I mean, same thing goes against PRX as well.
Drift across. The open Texture not snappy enough for that shot. Trying to adjust, but something able to find Munchkin. Texture unable to find that punish, locking out. Noted up above. Cannot get the kill.
Whoa.
Gets the collat to go
As soon as you
ahead
hear
and
the
kill him
flash,
out.
you kind of know.
Bring this back to parity. 3v3. Now
Yeah,
the
Forsaken
Gen.G.
literally just trying to take the timing, not expecting the fast rotate, but I'm telling you, because that timeout is here, they're now over-rotating because of the wall, which means that Karen can get to that angle early and protect Texture.
There's the arm
So
spotted. Snake bite down. Trying to flush him out. Kill. Noted. Jing picks up one. Now 1v2. Trying to isolate. But
yeah, they knew they had to swing on him there because they had to. He's gonna try res.
Gen.G, their second round win in a row now.
Solid from Texture. I do think
I was about to say,
this whole game, like this, the game in general in terms of Valorant is all about little,
this is a round
small details.
Round, sure, if
And
you're
this
a
was a
coach,
good
it might have been
example of
frustrating,
it.
But you let it go. They're probably
Like
talking
Karen
about
being able to.
You gotta get that off.
Karen being able
just
to
like me, for
get the
real.
rotate in earlier
Very
because
true.
of
Very
the
true. Credit us for that.
wall read
But
that they
here's
have.
the thing: is that how
meaning
many
that he
times
can
have
cover
we
that
all
up.
said, and even some of the players on PRX, that the moment you allow Texture
You
to
have
turn
to full
that
stack
switch
A
back
to defend
on,
A site.
that momentum
Sometimes.
is really hard to stop. That's
Sometimes-
2 rounds in a row
sometimes
now
it has to be
where
5.
he's made incredible
It's
things
a
happen
weird
for
map,
Gen.G.
dude.
You want to cool him off. You want to make sure that the train doesn't run away from you before you can get back on track.
We've seen it from Texture time and time again. And again, you know, I keep mentioning it, but against PRX, that load is that ace. That was the turning point. He just got that monstrous clutch 3K with that Sheriff. Gas tank likely filled up now. And onus is on PRX to drain that one down. Siphon everything out that they possibly can. So timeout called here from Alex. First one since Lotus that we've seen. Didn't feel the pressure, didn't feel the need for it over on Sunset. See if they find success off the back of it. Knives going to be pulled out here from something. Rifles for everybody else. GenG does have that res in the back
PRX, after
pocket.
calling a timeout, try and bait out their wall a little bit more.
Yeah, it looks like it might be a setup for
when they're hitting
retake
sites
over
there,
on
if
A
you're
as well.
Alex, you're watching Forsaken
With
try
all these
swing, and
ultimates
this guy's here
online.
early. You're like, well, there's a lot of people.
And everyone getting tagged by that 0 point. Something going to try to find an off timing to dig deep into
Maybe
it, though.
GenG's gonna just be baiting more because of res. Okay, different
Bang up over the
pathing.
top, eating quite a bit of damage. Tries to send the right click at range. Cannot find the kill, but helps set up for it, though. Gets the assist there on Karan as he does get taken down. Rash chasing forward. Nothing spotted there. Meteor playing very aggressively. Spots one.
Whoa.
Takes a while, but eventually does find the shot.
That was somehow the messiest
Lockdown
duel
now
we've seen
committed,
out the
but in
whole
a
game.
punishable position. They'll just swing the corner. Clean this one up with Texture. Punishing Jake on that jump peek, snaps down, finds something, follow-up off shot, Forsaken
Oh
now.
man, Texture's
Last one
taking
standing,
over
and not
again.
for long. Texture with a 3K, showing, yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, he really is taking
Brings it up
over.
with Gen.G
I'm
now,
telling
puts
you,
himself
him
up to 5.
and GenG are taking turns.
Man.
Means that it's
I
GenG's
mean,
turn
I
on
was almost
bind.
getting worried that Gen.G was dumping these ults a little too early, perhaps. But they just said, PRX, if we spot more than 3 people, it's a death ball. They're coming in. They aren't able to watch their back. And there's the thumbs up. There is the smiles from Texture. This is exactly what PRX wanted to avoid.
Dude, they gotta fake off
Now,
the
last
wall, I
round
think.
of the half. Couple half
They're getting
armors and a
red so
Guardian
hard
for
right now.
Forsaken on PRX. Not where they
No,
want to
not
be.
another tech pause.
Uh-oh. Well, notice right before the music kicked in. As we get word as far as what the issue is, we'll go ahead and push that over to you guys, keep you informed, but looks like it's going to have another brief little tech pause here.
He broke his...
Another
Oh,
Oh,
issue
hey,
in,
what's happened
Alex's
here?
camp.
oh,
Is
boy.
Where's he gone?
We've
We
lost
don't know where
Alex.
he went.
I thought the vibe broke
He
his
set
chair,
the
man.
test
He's
so
just
hard
gone
that he
back
just
too
fell
many
through the
notches.
ground. He's now in a different dimension.
He created a black hole that consumed him. Now he's right here. It looks
What's
like
he
might have
done,
unplugged
kicked the
something
PC?
underneath the desk, so working on just getting that back
Yeah.
up and running so we can
Hopefully.
carry on our merry way.
Hopefully should be an easy
What is it?
fix.
It's like that little audio switch it looks like, but it
Yeah.
has like a glass case over the top.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
like the nuclear button.
Yep, exactly. I've thought that every time I
Turn the
catch sight of
key,
it.
slam the button.
Yeah, he's resorted to
Oh,
kicking
man.
the desk now.
An app sign we can zoom back in on once again.
For any of our fans wondering where some of these stickers are coming from that we show up on the screen and some of the fans are drawing as well, the Korea Valorant Esports Instagram account always asks for requests as well, moments that
Oh,
you'd
right.
like to see from Pacific. So feel free to leave a comment the next time you see one. They've got quite a few others as well.
Yeah,
that's
there's
cool.
been some nice ones throughout the stage. There was the Buzz going for the fist bump. with
Oh,
Bane,
yeah.
And Bane just completely ignoring him. And they've been drawing them and animating them.
Yes.
Putting
Big
them
time
up as
Val,
little,
big
reactions
time
would be
Val. You hit the
obviously
2
amazing
years,
if that
bro.
could be
Thank you
something
so
that
much
gets
for the support, man.
integrated into
Thank you for the
the game
prime. Thank you for the
itself. Oh, I hope
24
so.
months.
But
Future.
that would require
number,
the
dude.
other
Appreciate you, man.
regions to step up
Thanks
their
for being there.
production. So I don't know if I want to hold my breath.
Oh, well, Champs is coming to Seoul, so we might have some moments there. We got some young Gen.G fans as well with some of the new
This is the
Gen.G
first time a
merch,
coach has
but
needed a
lots of
tech
PRX
pause.
fans as well.
We
I
had
mean,
mate. I don't know
we
that.
say it
I don't know
every time
what
PRX
the
is on stage.
timeout
If it's
in
against the Dream Team,
EMEA
sure,
was the other
there
day.
is a hometown
But I
team,
swear it's because
but
Nilzinho wasn't at
PRX
his
have
seat.
just stolen the hearts of so many fans around the world that you cannot ignore them.
Coaches bring their own mouse and keyboard. No, they normally have
cannot.
just a line.
A lot more to cheer for the latter half of this Icebox so far. Gen.G, I mean, it was just struggle street for them the longest time, but now 3 rounds consecutively. Potential to make this a 6-6 half, much like we did see on Lotus. See if they can get it done. Rez lockdown available here for the side of PRX as we go back
Can
in the
the
game.
PRX take this slow?
Round is
Probably
alive.
not.
Texture posted up for a brief little moment there under tube. Looking for a spot check, but nothing seen. Now starts immediately shifting over here towards this A site. Something leading the charge. Gets the spot there on a Munchkin. Tries to snap on for that headshot. Can't do it. Backs away briefly.
Yeah, PRX, they don't really have a choice to back out. They just have to go through.
Wide swing out. Cannot find that kill. Another
Yeah, okay,
follow-up
so they
shot
take
sent,
close.
but lockdown
Killjoy
now
ult.
needed to
They're
be
going where the
respected.
wall
Gonna
is
flush
committed
everybody
again.
from
Five
Gen.G
fast
out
and
of the site.
rotate because they
Plan
haven't been
will be
faking
able
with
to
this.
come
All
through.
goes in. Can they 5-pass and flood back?
Of Forsaken. He switched out from the Guardian on that. Not sure if
Gen has res, but pretty committed. Yeah, so the timeout Alex did, it was talking all about the fact that something needs to change up his pathing, take left side.
I mean, 3 players situated here as GenG gets taken down. That's the res now out of the equation, but Lockheed as well going to be traded. Mindfreak pushing forward, able to find Meteor. Caron on the entry, comes up with 2. Texture now nice. Pull, bites one, but that judge, you mentioned it.
Yeah,
it comes into
the
play.
attack judge.
2. Forsaken. He will collect those.
This is what we said. Sometimes you have 5 on a site and you still can't hold it.
They hide him to the very end. They use their own poison cloud, and then they still set up 2, 3 other people right around Raptors under it as well. So no one ever actually fully gets to clear that corner right under the entry point from Heaven. And Forsaken jumps out at the most opportune moment, gets the double
did
with the judge,
okay to get this many rounds, really.
A lead 7-5.
They did alright considering the start.
That defense. And again, this is something we've seen
the texture 1v3. I mean, it was pretty much just texture 1 on 3 rounds. It was actually texture just winning in 3 rounds. It was a 1v3, and then he hits the 3k, then the 3k with the ult.
Or do they give him that space? Go for the
retake.
These are the questions that PRX will have to answer for everybody around the world.
PRX can breathe that sigh of relief to get the final round. Give themselves that advantage. They won the opening pistol here on Icebox. 1 more would tie things up at 3-3. Here's to see what the buy looks like for Gen.G, though. They've been a little bit more liberal with their pistol purchases here. They've been willing to go a little bit more out of the standard bounds and scoop up some sheriffs. Looks like it's going to be somewhat similar here. As Meteor as well. I'm a Killjoy. We're attacking this pistol round. Yep. Don't really need nanoswarms that much. I mean, it'd be nice for post plant, but we'll just be bringing that sheriff in to try to deal some damage.
Same thing with Caron, understanding that post plant lineups may not be the best.
What is this setup going to be? This could work out really well. Or they all eat a flash.
PRX. The turret to shield as well a little bit if it's not a headshot. And a high-low setup. I mean, if this works, it's going to be incredible.
Certainly
at least GenG is kind of anti-flash.
Then again, that's just PRX in a nutshell.
Dude, there's 4 people here.
The swing out, Texture take it down, something, able to find 2. Caron, however, finding 1, Forsaken playing forward. After
they traded this out.
Viper. Is it suddenly
impressive, man?
2v2 in the blink of an eye. Swing out, Meteor taking GenG's head off there with that sheriff, putting it to good use. Now they've drawn the attention of Mindfreak over towards this site. Gen.G are going to look to make their departure.
Yeah, I mean, no matter where they go, they're going to stick as a double for sure. You might as well take the chance on the rotate because Mindfreak really only has 1 chance to move. Would be very risky of him to keep bouncing back and forth. So they'll start their run over, and
Mindfreak.
I mean, doable, yeah. Mindfreak has a pretty good read. Hey, Rally. Here's his wall that might... I mean, his wall is going to vision block. His wall is literally for retake.
There we go. Here's it on the B side.
Well, he's just trying to figure out where these 2 players are. It looks like widely they're just going to
they look at the wall and realize they have to play in front of it, I think.
To be able to double face rather than get any isolation here. I say that. Okay. Hill nearly found a Meteor.
Okay, 1-1 pistols.
Gen.G. They win yet another pistol.
And 4-2 overall.
They're just 1 round away from tying things up.
Okay, well, something. Currently has an outlaw in his hand. Not sure if he'll stick with that, obviously. You know, the turret setup does its job for the most part. Got some shielding done, but I do think it kind of impeded their movement as well.
I mean, the turret was the last one standing.
never
killed everything around it.
Okay, Hold up. It is going to be an outlaw force by glass cannon.
Only 2 people that can get 1 shot.
On the eco.
Texture finding the buy.
2
FPS.
Nice early. GenG gonna stay tucked away here. Something dashing out, swing in. GenG able to find Caron. Texture up over the top. Gets rid of Mindfreak. Drop down, noted. Trying to just go for that no scope shot, hoping that he gets lucky, but gonna be a low roll there from something. Shot straight wide. So he's still wary about this lurk over in mid, but Meteor just cutting back cross over towards green. Forsaken now noted. Good angle of approach, but it has to do with the turret there. It's a little bit of additional damage. Work his way over
I
kitchen.
mean, they keep the 3 guns into it with, maybe it's a map thing when they decide to buy guns and like 2 guns instead of 3 guns. I'm not entirely sure.
Not going to get spotted just yet, but Gen.G surely.
Pursuing.
Yeah, they go on the hunt.
Oh,
there he is.
And the one tap. Puts him down.
That's right.
Clean stuff for the most part here. Just Karen lost. As Gen.G tie it up at 7-7.
Yeah, they'll pick up the outlaw themselves, because guess what? That was all the creds used on something. So at the very least, one person's not going to have a full buy. You know that for sure.
He's going with the judge. Back yellow?
The judge, I just saw that. That could be another great counter for that long-range weapon.
One enemy remaining.
But Gen.G continue to kind of stick with their plan of send texture and support him as much as you can, because he is absolutely that explosive duelist that they've been looking for.
Close.
Right, the
Wait,
judge
he wants to go real close.
Hold close. Barely dodges out that wingman. Gets a little too close, and they gotta suspect it. I mean, this
Yeah,
is
he missed time the
Just
wingman.
gonna have to dash away.
Did you play Gecko loads?
It's like Gen.G, yeah, very much getting a read as far as what that game plan was going to be, and just hearing a little bit more than they thought they would. Just a quick peek out here. Forsaken just clearing out that turret. Mushkin doing very much the same. Drop down, flash out the ready.
Delay over towards side. Molly is here, but they take a lot of
Gets
space.
himself situated. Outlaw in hand for Meteor, going to be lurking behind.
Forsaken's here
towards the
fast.
back. No, actually,
Alarm bot
that's not
goes
a
off,
the alarm
though.
bot will give it away.
All right, so Gen.G.
He creates a lot of pressure just by being alive.
Texture dead. Defy going to get cleaned up. And that lurking from behind. Forsaken able to find the kill. Meteor going to be taken down. Now they don't have that long range to try to cover them here, but Jing falling brings it back into now a 3v2. Karon cleaning up 2. Monstrous kills from him, but Forsaken answering in kind. Third found. Karon falls now all on Lakia. He's suspicious about screen. Drop
Oh,
down.
he has insane timing as well.
Swing in. There's the headshot. There's a swing out.
Whoa,
Something
these
from the last
rounds,
man
dude. Okay,
standing, but he will
that's a
get the lead
great
back
bonus
into
though for
PRX's hands.
Gen.G.
Forsaken gets so much space and so much value on that lurk in. I mean, just even breaking the
giant
turret early
round.
means that
7,
Meteor
8
can't
money
really join his
reset.
Team has to hold an awkward position because the alarm bot was already placed inside the building on the A side. But afterwards, was able to get the kill as well. Just completely
And he hits
throws
some
Meteor
shots,
off as
bro.
if he's already gone into the site. And those 2 quick kills, it's everything. Allows for the 2v1 trade. Yeah, you know how much that meant. You know how much they needed that to try
Okay,
to keep the lead here.
now this
8-7.
has a lot of potential. Extra gets the Outlaw out. 4
An immense
people.
amount of damage dealt there by Gen.G in their bonus round. So while they can't convert, they're still overall going to be decently satisfied with what they were able to do. They're going to win this follow-up at least.
Where's Mind Freak putting in smoke? Why can't I see it?
Down Meteor. Still
Okay, here. Yeah, this makes a
point
lot
in
of
a
sense
fairly
as well
committed
because
position.
it's a
Something
similar
continues to take space. Dash expiring,
similar
they'll
thing
see
to what I was
decides to
talking
back
about
away
yellow
from
is
this
the
one.
fact that you make this a choke point. They have to use a lot of util to
takes
get
some pot shots
past
here,
this,
Freak.
but they did beat it.
Gets a little bit of damage there on a Munchkin.
Yeah, that's a big win for Gen.G. They get past the smoke and they haven't used much util, and they clear the person pushing in.
Still watching from underneath too, but now the Dizzy up over the top, gets a blind across, and Mind Freak gets a bit of damage. Tries to face it forward in towards Texture. He ends up falling in Texture.
They respect.
Comes away with
Dude,
another
I
kill
don't know
on
what their read
Forsaken.
was,
Lakia, the only
and I
casualty
don't know if
here.
they had a
Here
read or if
again,
it was just
tied
them being
up.
like
And
really
this is a really
confident.
good split-second call from Gen.G where they
Really
get
confident.
the
They just
lurker
kind of
pushing out of
disrespected
A.
the
And that
Viper.
causes a
Well,
brief
they
moment
kind of
of
just beat the
hesitation
Viper
from
smoke
PRX.
over
Okay,
towards
could this
B.
be a rotate? Should we wait? And then they decide, no, Gen.G's going to full send it even further, all the way into Snowman. That's one of the things that Double Flash can do. We haven't seen it in a long time here in Pacific, but Gen.G pull it out of the playbook, and they'll be able to get around back, tie it back 8-8.
Do you think Castle's games
Full
8 kills
sheriffs
happen
here.
in 2 seconds?
One away
Dude, it's
from
the
the blaze as well.
Icebox.
Something opening kill with that. Pass the Marshal over to somebody else. Look to just go ahead and pop that ulti. Gosh, tries goes for the flick. Can't quite make it happen, but a 3-peek. He will find Munchkin. Gen.G not
really
for that,
nice
not
shot.
anticipating it whatsoever. Texture misses the drift, doesn't get himself situated over on screen. So there's the knives pulled out. Texture just holding the spray down. It's a bit of damage, but does manage to find that kill to go ahead and answer one back.
Spike delivered a bit late. PRX, they're going to just wait until the very end where they're all grouped up here. Of course, just the sheriffs.
See how clean they keep it, because money. Oops.
Oh
boy. Oh, I was talking about them keeping it clean and winning the rounds, but
Wall raised. Meteor breaks the first segment. Now they try to push in towards him. It's the punish onto the first. Mind Freak going to be spotted. Shot going wide. Karon dropping up over the top rope there. Cannot get the kill on the Jing, but puts some damage down. Meteor, last man standing. They know exactly where he
dude,
is.
really?
They are able to clean it up. PRX
how they had no
coming up
guns.
with a thrifty win of their own. to once
That
again
was so
reestablish a lead.
confused, dude.
Like we were seeing before, blow for
How
blow
can it
between these
consistently
two
happen
squads.
this much?
And this is what you can do against this Gen.G squad, is that unless they're all just in the site, once in that post plant, you get one kill or you push them back with one piece of utility, then you can really start to take that space. You can use that stage wall, you can use the slow orbs. It's a lot of space taken. But of course, this time it all starts with Forsaken and Divide each getting a clean shot each on that retake over from Rafters. That gives him that opening. Divide, of course, wanted to go for that defuse as well. 1 point away from the lockdown. Thrash back online for Lakia, though.
He's been cycling these
5
so
people
very
that come
quickly.
by next round. Gen.G about to get a lot of ults.
Alt economy, a decent spot here for PRX, considering that they have the lead. Thrash not going to be finding too much there. Knives now having to be resheathed.
It's going to be a fast rotate as well because something already has all the space right under Cat.
GenG just sprinting over Thrash, just going to be picked up, but still have to try to wait that one out. Try to take contact for Divide. Meteor unable to really advance forward from here. Has to wait for the rest of the team to start to strike, but even then, will be noted. It's going to be difficult to try to find value. Swing out, Mind Freak, going to be taken down. Texture able to find that kill. Swings onto the corner, up over the top.
Hey,
Camera
what?
recovering fire, able to find that. GenG taking it
What
down, boosted
the?
up all the way back at Snowman.
Dude, it's so
Just like that,
fast.
GenG have somehow broken through.
Icebox doesn't work
Remember,
as
still in the
a
grid. Yes, you do have that lockdown available, but
Icebox
that
doesn't
feels
work
like
as a
far cry
spectator.
attempt for PRX.
Icebox
Why
doesn't
the
work
calls
as an
have to be made to go
esports,
for the
man.
save.
This map doesn't work.
Yeah, especially with losing all the space in mid as well. PRX, they have no idea what they're
It's
working
like
with, so it is going to be that save,
nothingness.
like you said, Achilles.
It's this. If
Gen.G,
Icebox was a
Texture's
chart,
starting to play the bait a lot for his
it's
teammates
this.
as well. He
It's
knows that
just
if I can't
nothing,
get the kill
nothing,
immediately,
nothing,
my teammates
nothing,
are there
nothing.
for me.
Jules,
It's playing like
nothing,
Buzz.
nothing,
He's
nothing,
playing
nothing.
like Buzz, exactly.
New
Space
rounds,
creating if
and
he
it's like,
doesn't land the headshot.
that can't be
We'll
good
be
to
able put him
watch.
down. Texture not going to be too bothered about that, given the knives here in the round. But
Everyone's
Meteor continues
dead.
to creep forward. He's
1
going to come to the line of
second.
sight and will fall, and that's another casualty that GenG would rather not
Yeah.
have. So we'll just now carry forward.
Bro, it's
Tied
wild,
up at
man.
9-9.
That's it. It's
Three
just
players
like
left standing.
it's
Munchkin's got plenty of cash, so he
nothing
can push another weapon
for
over.
1 second,
So
and
buy-wise,
then
they should be all
back to
right,
nothing
but now
again.
a timeout called here from PRX.
Want to make sure that you can try to
My Jules woke
chain
up to
some
that.
rounds together. The ping pong back and forth, not what Coach Alex wanted to see. And even here, I mean, there was a bit of an earlier rotate. I thought that part was all good and dandy from PRX. But the way they were holding the angles, not quite prepared for the util once again. I mean, it's the Thrash this time that absolutely separates Mindfree from the rest of his teammates. No trade possible, as that's a fight you have to take alongside the long ranges of green over by B site. So if you're gonna make sure that you go for the stack, you wanna make sure you have some extra angles. And we know what PRX can do if they're able to go for those trades. I mean, these guys are sharp. So just a couple repositions, and that could be the key to wrapping up this map 3 for PRX.
A lot resting on this one here. GenG still 1 timeout to work with. The remainder of
Given
this
the
map,
plat chat
PRX
changes, yeah, dude,
expended
anything.
both.
Give me anything at
It's
this
been
point.
back and forth since round 14. Let's see if that continues and if PRX can get the win off the back of this. Because so far, I believe they're 0 for 4, or we would be 0 for 4 on timeouts. Lockdown still held. Pit on the opposite side. Meteor 1 away from his own lockdown.
So looking to take that mid control from PRX. That way they can make sure that they basically funnel GenG into one side wherever they decide
Big
to take
change up
first
from
A site.
PRX.
Largely looking for the retake with the lockdown, even if the pit comes up.
What's the jet doing?
Big
Just to
creep
see
down
it.
through
Surely
two.
the jet goes aggro.
Munchkin jumping across.
The nothing
Turret's
makes
still
sense
there,
in
set
PRX.
up.
3-person push down. The
PRX not
person
looking
who's
for that
waiting
flank.
for this swing
They're
is
very suspicious about a
is
potential
the
push going
jet.
over to B.
the
Peeks,
3-person
they
pushing
stack that side
is
of
the
map.
Killjoy, the
Set
Sage, and the
Texture
KO.
starts to go ahead and try to entry his way forward here into A. Lockdown immediately going to be coming through from Divide. As the plant started, but interrupted, and now they're going to have to abandon this.
Hey, you
one.
gotta
They have to
respect
pull
that
away.
one.
Yeah, but that's all the utility drawn out from PRX. Slower, one of them used as well.
Yeah, but now the
So now
Viper's
they're now
isolated.
trying to
And they got no
re-aggress into
vision
here.
block.
Basically, everybody is rotated towards this side of the site, this side of the map, I should say. Given the Meteor doesn't have his own lockdown, you can't just counter flush them back out. I'm just gonna have to brute force it, it would seem. 0 point cleared out. GenG able to find the first one, finds a second. Now it's the day of the shooting range here for PRX. This round seemingly getting away from GenG.
Oh,
Just that hesitation.
Just another Icebox round. There's your
duels.
duels. There's our duels.
Will get a win off the back of the timeout.
Guess we got to wait another 40 seconds for a
continues to
dopamine
swing.
hit.
And now,
Wait for those 2-second duels.
A little bit rougher for the Gen.G camp.
Finally, a bit of a mixed round coming in economically for Gen.G, but you're right. I mean, Gen.G, they looked a little flustered. Wasn't quite agreed upon if they wanted to stay and fight while the plant goes down, but it looks like largely the team said it's too big of a risk, because what if we get detained afterwards, even if we trade 1-for-1? They back out, and then both sides missing out on the flashes. Gen.G, no info on the flank. And now again, a very fast aggression here from PRX. They're largely just saying A is a retake site, no matter what.
Look at this push, though.
Uh-oh.
Here's the pop flash.
Way forward. Yep, pop flash. And Charon taken down. They'll be happy with that. Look to make their exit. Mind Freak, though. Looks like he's going to stay on a bit of an extended linger. And are they ready for this one?
The fact he put the jump in there cracked me up.
A little bit more difficult to find the kill instantly, but he still gets texture in the end.
Yeah, well, I mean, this timeout was literally, guys, you got to be proactive. We're getting wrecked on sites. Holy. Divine looking like me out there, man. My goodness.
The coast is clear. We'll be able to do so. Lock in now. Basically last man standing. Wingman going for the plant. Meteor out in no man's land, just trying to watch, trying to get some kind of punishment.
Is he sitting up? And I'm telling that guy to go back to lounging. Bro, I'll call it timeout. Put that chair back, dude.
Able to find much of anything. They're just going to look to hold this one as there's so much covering fire. 3 players left standing. PRX.
I'm his teammate next to him. I'm leaning over, man. I'm cranking the chair back.
And now they are 1 away from at least locking in overtime for themselves.
Really good adjustments after the timeout. 2 rounds in a row, you aggress on different sides of the map. You say A side to retake, and you force them in. If you don't get the info, you're ready for the retake faster. But if you do, you're getting the kills just like you did in this round. And PRX, they don't miss too often. And that has now thrown a wrench. That's his name.
Alrighty, well. All timeouts now burned here in the map. Gen.G.
I missed a posture check. It wasn't for me, bro. It's for Divine. So good.
To get themselves up to 12. They want to try to just go ahead and run this back. 4 consecutive, though, given how the map is shaken out.
They're active with the hands.
Is going to be extended.
Real active with the hands.
Yeah, I mean, I would be very surprised if it doesn't, just given how back and forth it has been. The ping pong, very consistent until that most recent timeout from PRX. So Coach Solo trying to work a bit of his own magic. I wonder, it's got to be a bit of a default switch from Gen.G. I mean, the stack in to get some area first, it hasn't really been working out. But now you have to consider what's PRX's read on our timeout as well. I mean, there's so much to discuss in just 60 seconds. So you have to stick with what your gut tells you. Now, a lot of ults online for Gen.G, though. I mean, you could try to use this round to mask your timeout, go for an ult play.
PRX him for pushing over towards mid again.
Switch.
Oh.
And all of that
That's slow even worth. It might be pretty good.
One little command there from Forsaken. At least slowed up. Speaking of which, Orb goes out. Munchkin cutting across. Not spotting anything there, but it's just going to be that slow creep down. That triple push again here from PRX.
Flash on
prodding,
top.
seeing what they can find around mid.
Knife over towards B.
They will once again.
Pulls 1 rotate. Oh, pulls 3 rotate. Dude, 1 cross map knife gets 3 there. That's solid.
Dash in, Texture gets himself over.
Yeah, a little bit of fake pressure. That's all that. That's all this one took.
Texture. Ooh, he looks away for a brief little moment. I think he might have been able to spot
Ball
the shoulder
goes
there
in.
of Divine, but either way,
Full
pit down
pass and
best.
push behind him. Munchkin
Now
is going to
looking
hear
for
a
the
lot of
flank. Because
people.
of that pit, they're expecting a large
Flash off the
wraparound,
wall.
and there it is from PRX.
Huge flash.
In, double coverage
Oh,
here.
he
Munchkin
ate it,
finds
bro,
the
but
first,
they
sees the
didn't
gun
swing in
barrel.
time.
They suspect how many players are actually in this position. Cloudburst comes down. Lakia on the
Bakia.
backside, able to find him.
Man, what's going on? It looked like the cleanest game I've seen for a while, and then back-to-back rounds of
Texture
couple
turns
of
off that
whiffing.
angle for a brief little moment. Media on the opposite side, watching for it, now noting it. GenG has to drop back down. 2 players for the attempt to retake the Vi up over the top, and yeah, they're just running out of time. Instead, they want to just try to deal as much damage as they possibly can, but Texture will be able to find the Vi. GenG cleans up Meteor. This puts Charon in a bit of a rough spot, but no, swings out, gets the headshot with the Guardian, can scoop up a Vandal.
Okay.
Gen.G.
Jaws, by the way. Jaws, are you here? You donated
Bring it back
100
within
bits
one.
21
Yeah,
minutes
that
ago
was
and I missed
only
it.
the pit invested
George,
as
if you're
well,
still
so
here,
you
man,
still
thank you
have
so
your
much.
own no command, the lockdown and the thrash to try to
21
go for
minutes
another
ago.
curveball, trying to go for another ult dump, so to
Quite
speak.
a long time ago.
Lucky a little whiffy here, but still eventually gets the kill, and that's what he needed to do.
One enemy remaining.
Get out and save the remaining
Said
weapons.
hello, yeah, I missed it,
Gen.G
man.
holding on by a thread, but enough money here for another buy on the side of PRX. After this, things will be a little bit more
Okay,
disjointed.
I mean,
but
that
they
fake
have their own
pressure
pins available.
really made sure that they had
That is going
numbers
to
on
be
the other
invested
side.
immediately over towards the
So
safe site where
knife
Gen.G
hits
continue to
2,
creep up.
and
Yeah,
how
so
on earth
PRX,
are they
I mean,
getting
they're gonna
through
hope that
this?
this is going to dissuade Gen.G, but yeah, there is a lockdown.
that's
They've got,
one
yeah,
way
the
of doing
lockdown
it.
will force him out of this one. They're pinging out already.
So
Backside,
they're
that's where
pinging
he's
to
gonna
the
try to
safety
exit
zone
to.
where he could get, and most likely he's
like
going to run
cognizant
back
of
in.
this,
So
though.
they're going
Ryan
to try and
Freeman's
time
gonna
the
set up party
fish for
here for
him
the
running
snake
back
fight.
in, or are they just
Works his way all
dash
the
to
way
make sure he
around
doesn't run back in,
outside.
find the
We'll look to
info?
reapproach, but for now, hit now.
Handled it
plopped.
well,
But the
Gen.G.
flood is ready from PRX. Gen.G.
Oh, Lakia lucky to be alive.
Spike planted.
8 HP remaining on him.
KO goes in, it's going to be
Ready,
mad.
put
Ah,
down.
here we go,
They
man.
interrupt
It's
that
that
null
time.
command.
Come the duels.
Value those swing on the corner, something able to get the punish on the counter. Texture answering back, finds one. Munchkin getting mine. Freak Texture continues the plus forward. Now finds Divide. And that leaves Jing as the last one standing. He falls, and Gen.G tie it 11-11.
We got
This could not get any closer. I mean, the players on stage trading round for round, and then the coaches trading 2 rounds each off of the timeouts. Tied 11-11. Thrash still in the hand for Lakia. So whatever was discussed, I don't know how far Gen.G tried to write things out in the timeout, but they've still got another trick up their sleeves. And PRX, I mean, this round, I think the adjustment was good. You used the pit, you paid out the lockdown early, the flood is there early. But Texture, another menace once again. 28 kills. Topping the board. It didn't start this way.
No, it certainly did not. A buy scraped together. Glass cannon, though, for Divide with that Vandal in hand. Working their way forward. Closest ult they have is the knives here for Texture. And this looks like for now, Thrash will try to lead the charge. Scout things out over here on B. Jing and something, though.
They're going to commit. There's a lot of
Drop
people
down.
here, and they've got
Thrash
2
is
people
actually
here.
sitting quite deep. Maybe hoping to just try to find some kind of straight connection there.
PRX are going to wreck them on
Either
site,
way,
right?
though, something. Guardian strafing. Able to find one. Divide pushing out of 2. Able to find another. Gets the shot
Bro.
there on the Texture through the wall.
What the hell was this
He's
round
still
from
34, but
Gen.G?
still watching the angle.
This
Makes
was
the
their
pullback. Jing
11-11
is caught in the
rounds.
crossfire.
It was a
Got himself
disaster.
involved in somebody else's fight, and he's the one getting knocked out. 3 players left, though, here for the side of Gen.G. As they continue to rush their way into the site. Wingman going to be interrupted. Lakia taken down. PRX looking to try to get themselves up to 12 as Texture will fall, and that leaves Munchkin, the last one standing. Nigel and Captain in a 1v4 to try. Clutches have to get themselves up to 12, otherwise they will be map point here for PRX.
Oh, absolute shocker, man.
Swings out, checking the wrong one. Forsaken.
And on the coach here, I'm furious. You got it. You did 2 great rounds. Called a timeout where I'm talking about fake pressure, and then you 3-person commit. 2 of you, I'm ready for a mid push in return.
I mean, we talk about Lakia being there for Gen.G. Devi's the one for PRX when they need him most. Quietly putting in one of the most impactful kills in the map, bringing them to map point.
Knives v knives.
One chance for
One away
PRX.
from having that res available. Could very well be all important here, but question is, do we get to overtime? Can Gen.G deliver on that front, or will PRX go ahead and end this map right now and get themselves up to match point overall?
Plant the spike.
Turret there, pinged out. Texture
Doesn't want to shoot it.
Let
the rifle shoot it, so they don't know about the op.
You do imagine, right? A little bit of an inkling here from something that.
And they still don't know about the op.
Texture. Gun barrel might have been spotted.
Yeah, and he knows he can't stretch out too far. Then it's too many angles he has to worry about. So as confident as he might be, we'll just
Picking
wait
the right
to
side,
try
though.
to hold that
The
information.
whole little bit of
top,
pressure
though.
really
That is
does
alert
make
of
them
PRX,
rotate,
they're
right?
starting
They
the
shoot the
rotations.
turret, they keep 4
Now the
people
lurk
strong
from
here.
Meteor, and he gets
Then we
spotted.
do a
That's
bit of
huge. That's
pressure over
PRX knowing how
towards
to read
B.
against Gen.G.
Wait,
You
did
know
this
the
knife
timings
here?
on the 1-4 split
Oh.
and pushing and pulling across the map.
They wanted to create that fake pressure over towards
working his
B,
way
then
down
hit
to
back towards A, try and take a
delivering
bit of space. But
results
this
from
guy
this
got hit by
position.
the knife, so now they have to
catch up, but he can hear.
change their call and go over towards
They're on
B.
the turret, they know. now that this is going to be that B hit, so everybody
Bypass and rotate coming in.
around, getting themselves
Updraft into, is there some kind of flash for
the
this?
last minute glimpse.
Through.
Trying to see if they can find anything up over the top, something good for one with the knives. Trying to steady that spray, can't make it happen. Jing, don't answer one back, but it's Munchkin.
Oh, there's our duels.
Come alive. It's been
Oh, we
widely
get
absent on
it.
the
We
map
get an
so far. He
extended.
finds
We
three
get
in the
lucky,
round.
man. Extended
They
edition.
desperately need it the most.
2v2.
Nade lobbed into the back, nothing noted there. Meteor flushed out. Defy taking down the lockdown now. Committed to. And that Spike not in a good position. Munchkin is trying to win the fight, and he cannot. Defy
Whoa.
started off
There's a
this
shot
map
at the
hot.
end, man.
He ends it in similar
The
fashion.
extended duels
Swings
at
the
the end.
corner, gets the one
Yeah, we
tap,
lucked
3K
out,
in
bro.
the round, and PRX,
That is a sick map,
they
though.
will take Icebox for
The
themselves.
duels were
Match
fun when we
point
got them.
now is theirs.
And just
Yeah, actually,
look
as much as
at
we were
the
flaming the
relief
map,
on
there
their
was some
faces.
good
It
mind
started out
games.
smooth,
There
but
was some
they're
good
still
mind
in the
games in
question
here.
of when they need